محمد آل محمد صلوات اللہ صلی علی محمد و آل محمد. اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد. ادب کرو کہ ذی الاحترام ہیں ہم لوگ. ادب کرو کہ ذی الاحترام ہیں ہم لوگ کہ نبی و آل نبی کے غلام ہیں ہم لوگ. نبی و آل نبی کے غلام ہیں ہم لوگ. اور خدا نے خلق کیا ہے برائے ذکر حسین. خدا نے خلق کیا ہے برائے ذکر حسین. دعائے دختر خیر الانام ہیں ہم لوگ. ادب کرو کہ ذی الاحترام ہیں ہم لوگ. اور محمد آل محمد صلوات اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل. نعمت ہے جس کسی کو در سیدہ ملے. نعمت ہے جس کسی کو در سیدہ ملے. دل کو سکون آنکھوں کو اشک عزا ملے. دل کو سکون آنکھوں کو اشک عزا ملے. اور جنت تو خود حسین کے خدام بانٹ دیں. قسمت مآب وہ ہے جسے کربلا ملے. نعمت ہے جس کسی کو. اللہ اکبر یا رسول اللہ یا علی یا علی مرد آباد. اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد. محمد و آل محمد صلوات اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. ارے پردہ شب میں میری میت اٹھانا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، او پسلیاں توڑی گئیں کیسے یہ بتلاؤں گی میں، حشر کے میدان میں بھی اس حال میں آؤں گی میں کہ ہاتھ پہلو سے نہ تم میں راہ ہٹانا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، وہ مصیبت آپ نے اچھا ہوا دیکھی نہیں کہ اب میں سیدھے ہاتھ سے تسبیح پڑھ سکتی نہیں، ارے ایسا کنفذ نے ہے مارا تازیانہ یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، اور کہتی ہے زینب یہ مجھ سے دیکھ کر چہرہ میرا کہ آپ کے رخسار پہ یہ نیل ہے کیسا پڑا، ارے میں نے کھایا ہے تماچا، ارے میں نے کھایا ہے تماچا مت بتانا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، اور تازیانے کی اذیت کا اٹھانا ایک طرف، ارے وہ تماچے قتل محسن در جلانا ایک طرف، سب سے مشکل تھا مگر، ارے سب سے مشکل تھا مگر دربار جانا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، اور چاہے آ جائے قیامت مجھ سے یہ وعدہ کرو، ارے جب تلک مولا میرے شبیر کی مرضی نہ ہو، ارے تب تلک میرا جنازہ، ارے تب تلک میرا جنازہ مت اٹھانا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، جب سے آئی ہوں پلٹ کر فکر ہے مجھ کو یہی، میں تو پردے میں گئی پھر بھی ضعیفہ ہو گئی، ارے بیردہ دربار ہے، ارے بیردہ دربار ہے، زینب کو جانا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، پردہ شب میں میری میت اٹھانا یا علی، آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی، اور محمد و آل محمد صلوات، صلی اللہ محمد ضیاء بھائی۔
اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد۔ آگے اجازت ہے؟ بہت شکریہ افضل بھائی، بار دیگر صلوات۔ اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد وعجل فرجہ۔ پنجابی کا کلام آپ کے سامنے پیش کرتا ہوں صاحب کا بیبی کی۔ جب بیبی نے وصیت کی مولا علی سرکار کو، اس شاعر نے پنجابی میں کلم بند کیے۔ یا علی یا علی میری میت اتے میڈا حق کھاون والے نامن، یا علی میری میت اتے میڈا حق کھاون والے نامن، یا علی میں کو بھرے دربار دے وچ، یا علی میں کو بھرے دربار دے وچ جھٹلاون والے ناون، یا علی میری میت اتے میڈا حق کھاون والے ناون، بی بی آدھی یا علی میں کو کیویں بھول سکدے جڑے در میرے تے بھا چائے، یا علی میں کو کیویں بھول سکدے جڑے در میرے تے بھا چائے، یا علی میں ڈاڈی ڈری ہوئی ہاں، یا علی میں ڈاڈی ڈری ہوئی ہاں بھائی لاون والے نامن، یا علی میری حسرت آئی تے کو بابے دے منبر تے ویکھاں ہا، یا علی میری حسرت آئی تے کو بابے دے منبر تے ویکھاں ہا، یا علی تیری جاتے منبر اتے، یا علی تیری جاتے منبر اتے جڑ باون والے نہ آون، بی بی آدھی یا علی میری دیدیاں اکھیاں وچ ڈر کھڑ گئے اپنیاں قیداں دا، یا علی میری دیدیاں اکھیاں وچ ڈر کھڑ گئے اپنیاں قیداں دا، یا علی تیرے گل وچ تنگ رسیاں، یا علی تیرے گل وچ تنگ رسیاں آ پاون والے ناون، یا علی میرا بابا کفن دے وچ کئی دی تونی ارادے دارے، ਯਾਲੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਫਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਨੀ ਤਈ ਰਾਵੇਦਾਰੇ ਯਾਲੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਪਾਕ ਜਨਾਜ਼ੇ ਤੇ ਯਾਲੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਪਾਕ ਜਨਾਜ਼ੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਆਵਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਾ ਮਿਲ قربان معظمہ دی آئی محکومت تو لک لک دفن کرے یا علی قربان معظمہ دی آئی محکومت تو لک لک دفن کرے یا علی میری قبر مٹا چھوڑیں یا علی میری قبر مٹا چھوڑیں اتراون والے نہ آون یا علی میری میت اتے میڈا حق کھاون والے نہ آون درود پر محمد و آل محمد اللہم صلی علی محمد و آل محمد
محمد آل محمد صلی اللہ 4-5 بندی بھی کی شان میں اندھیرے اندھیرے یتیموں سے چھپ کر سر قبر زہرا علی رو رہے ہیں اندھیرے اندھیرے یتیموں سے چھپ کر سر قبر زہرا علی رو رہے ہیں یا زہرا یا زہرا تمہاری مصیبت بھلاؤں گا کیسے میں بچوں سے آنسو چھپاؤں گا کیسے تمہیں یاد کر کے جو روئیں گے بچے میں بچوں کو اپنے مناؤں گا کیسے تصور میں زہرا سے کر کے یہ باتیں جھکائے سر اپنا علی رو رہے ہیں یا زہرا یا زہرا کبھی آنسوؤں کو چھپاتی ہے زینب کبھی بھائیوں کو اٹھاتی ہے زینب کبھی گھر کے آنگن میں آتی ہے زینب کبھی ماں کے حجرے میں جاتی ہے زینب کبھی رو کے دکھیا یہ کرتی ہے نوحہ اٹھو اماں فضا علی رو رہے ہیں یا زہرا یا زہرا اٹھو شاہزادی ہوا ہے اندھیرا تمہارے بنا وہ کہاں سو سکے گا میں جاؤں گا واپس تو بولے گا بابا میری ماں کہاں ہے بلا لو خدا را اکیلے جلا کر چراغ آنسوؤں کا سر قبر زہرا علی رو رہے ہیں یا زہرا یا زہرا ہے شہر نبی میں سما کربلا کا نہ کوئی تسلی نہ کوئی دلاسا ترستے ہیں گھر میں یتیمان زہرا کوئی آ کے دیتا نہیں ان کو پرسا حسین و حسن کا کہیں پر ہے گریا کہیں میرے مولا علی رو رہے ہیں یا زہرا یا زہرا کبھی اس جگہ کو نہ بھولیں گے مولا یہ کوچہ ہے مقتل دل مرتضیٰ کا یہاں سے نہ گزرے حسن باد زہرا، ستمگر نے مارا تھا یوں تازیانہ، محمد کی بیٹی زمیں پر گری تھی، یہاں بیٹھے مولا یہاں بیٹھے تنہا، علی رو رہے ہیں یا زہرا یا زہرا۔ وہ لمحے ہے مشکل علی کو بلانا، وہ پہلو پہ جلتے ہوئے در کا گرنا، وہ آہوں کا بھرنا وہ زخموں کا رسنا، شہادت وہ محسن کی زہرا کرونا، تکلم ابھی تک اسی بے کسی پر، لحد میں بھی مولا علی رو رہے ہیں یا زہرا یا زہرا۔ اندھیرے اندھیرے یتیموں سے چھپ کر سر قبر زہرا علی رو رہے ہیں۔ صلوات۔
امام زمانہ کی صحت و سلامتی کے لیے صلوات۔ ہائے بابا تیری زہرا پہ مصیبت کی گھڑی ہے، ہائے بابا تیری زہرا پہ مصیبت کی گھڑی ہے، کیسے دروازہ ہٹاؤں، کیسے محسن کو بچاؤں، سانس سینے میں رکی ہے، ہاتھ میں جس کے میرا ہاتھ دیا تھا تم نے، کہہ کے من کوئی تو جسے مولا کہا تھا تم نے، میں نے ہر موڑ پہ بابا ساتھ اس کا ہے نبھایا، ہاں میرا جرم یہی ہے، تیری امت نے بنا دی ہے یہ حالت بابا، کوئی پسلی بھی نہیں میری سلامت بابا، سانس لیتی ہوں میں جس دم گھٹنے لگتا ہے میرا دم، صرف مرنے کی کمی ہے، شرم آتی ہے بھلا تم کو بتاؤں کیسے، یہ تماچوں کے نشان تم کو دکھاؤں جیسے تم نہ پہچان سکو گے، دیکھ کر مجھ سے کہو گے کیا میری زہرا یہی ہے، تیری زہرا پہ مصیبت کی گھڑی ہے، ہائے بابا تیری زہرا پہ مصیبت کی گھڑی ہے۔ صلوات۔
Please recite Surah Fatiha for the marhumin of Haydar Shah, for your marhumin, and for the marhumin of those mu'mineen that do not have anyone to pray on their behalf. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي لا يبلغ مدحته القائلون ولا يوسينا معه العادون ولا يؤدي حقه المجتهدون الذي لا يدركه بهد الهمم ولا يناله غوث الفتن الذي ليس لصفته حد محدود ولا نعت موجود ولا وقت محدود ولا أجل ممدود فطر الخلائق بقدرته ونشر الرياح برحمته ووتد بالصخور ميدان أرض ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وحبيبنا وحبيب رب العالمين أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين واللعن على أعدائهم أجمعين من أول يوم ظلمهم إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد فقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المبين وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك هم الظالمون صدق الله العلي العظيم. The first of our salawat in honor of Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidina Salam. The second of our salawat in honor of Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidina Salam. And with the loudest of your voices, the last of our salawat in honor of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman al-Islam. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Keeping in mind that these were the nights that we commemorate the shahadat of Lady Zahra, salawatullahi alaiha, we have to remember that because she was a part of Risalat, her behavior, her conduct was the exact same thing as the Holy Prophet. When you go into the historical books and you go into narrations, Aisha herself, she says that Lady Zahra used to walk the same way the Holy Prophet used to walk. The same way. Yesterday we spoke about Lady Maryam alayhi salam and Lady Zahra, and we did a little comparison between the two. The same way that Lady Maryam salawatullahi was chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and she was an example for all women to follow. That same way Lady Zahra was an example for all women to follow. The commonality between the two women is the religious responsibility that they both overtook. The religious responsibility. And what was that? When Hazrat Isa alayhi salam was born, what was the religious responsibility of Lady Maryam? Because Nabila Isa had just come down to this earth and he was the prophet that was supposed to bring the next book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first and foremost of her religious responsibility was to look after this prophet. The religious responsibility of Lady Zahra was what? There was a reason that the Holy Prophet called Lady Zahra Abiha, the mother of the father. The same way that a mother looks after a child, that is the exact same way that Lady Zahra looked after her father. With that much love, with that much care. But Lady Zahra also had another responsibility. What was her responsibility? Her responsibility was in regards to Imama. The same way that Lady Maryam was supposed to protect Risala, that same way Lady Zahra salawatullahi alaiha was not only protecting Risala, but was also protecting Imamat. Both of them. Lady Maryam, only one. She only protected prophethood. But Lady Zahra protecting Nabuwat, prophethood, and Imamat. But when it comes to protection of the religion, protection of these personalities, there's one criteria that you must have. And that is, first and foremost, knowledge about the religion. Lady Maryam, she had knowledge about the religion that Nabila Isa was bringing. Lady Zahra, the same way she had knowledge about the religion that the Holy Prophet was spreading. They both had knowledge. But how can you know the knowledge, or how do we understand, how do we grasp the knowledge of Lady Zahra salawatullahi alaiha? How much knowledge did she have about the religion? Because to be honest, when it comes to narrations, there aren't many narrations that come from Lady Zahra. There are, but there aren't as many that come from, for example, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, from Imam Musa, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Even in the Sunni books, there aren't many narrations that come from Lady Zahra. But how do we know at what level or how much knowledge did Lady Zahra have? The only way that you know how much knowledge a person has is when you hear them speak. When you hear them speak. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke, His words became the Quran. When Amir al-Mu'mineen spoke, his words became Nahju Balagha. So what about Lady Zahra salawatullahi alaiha? How do we know how much knowledge did she have? When students in Hawza of Qum, they went to Ayatollah Jawad Amili, they asked him, we don't have many narrations from Lady Zahra. Why is that? And he says, that's absolutely true. We don't have many narrations from Lady Zahra. But the narrations that we do have, they have so much knowledge in them that until the end of time, people will still bring out pearls. The sermon, he says, do you not know that the sermons of Amir al-Mu'mineen in the Nahju Balagha, all they are is a tafsir of the sermon of Lady Zahra which she gave in Masjid al-Nabawi? All of the sermons in the Nahju Balagha, Ayatollah Jawad Amili says, all of the sermons of Amir al-Mu'min in the Nahju Balagha, all they are tafsir or an explanation of Khutbatul Fadak. Meaning what? Meaning whatever Amir al-Mu'mineen understood from that khutbah, he related to the companions. And until now, people are still not understanding everything Amir al-Mu'mineen said, 1400 years later. And what do I mean? The problem with us is we commemorate the shahadat of Lady Zahra. We speak about the atrocities, about the calamities that happened to her. But how many of you have actually read Khutbatul Fadak? What does it talk about? Does it even talk about Fadak? This is the problem. We have these personalities, but we don't do the research that we're supposed to do. And the same thing with other schools of thought. All of us, we share commonality of the Holy Prophet. But how many people actually read the history of the Holy Prophet? Not many. When it comes to the khutbah of Lady Zahra and to understand how much knowledge she had, what does she say in the khutbah? After she starts off, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, she starts extolling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She says, He who cannot be perceived with vision, neither be described with tongue, nor can imagination surround his state. He originated things, but not from anything that existed before them, and created them without examples to follow. Rather, he created them with his might and dispersed them according to his will. Not for a need did he create them, nor for a benefit for himself, but to establish his wisdom. To establish his wisdom. Lady Zahra, 2 sentences. She only spoke 2 sentences, and Amir al-Mu'mineen, what does he do? In the very first khutbah, in the Nahj Balagha, that whole khutbah is about what? The very first khutbah of Amir al-Mu'mineen in the Nahj Balagha is about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the creation of this universe. Lady Zahra, in 2 sentences, she's explaining to us the creation of this universe. She's trying to explain to us Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Amir al-Mu'mineen, he does the tafsir. And what does Amir al-Mu'mineen say? He says, praise is due to Allah, whose worth cannot be described by speakers, whose bounties cannot be counted by calculators, and whose claim to obedience cannot be satisfied by those who attempt to do so, whom the height of intellectual courage cannot appreciate and the divings of understanding cannot reach. He for whose description no limit has been laid down, no eulogy exists, no time is ordained, and no duration is fixed. He brought forth creation through his omnipotence. Isn't that what Lady Zahra says in her sermon? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought creation through his omnipotence, dispersed winds through his compassion, and made firm the shaking of the earth with rocks. The foremost in religion. When Amir al-Mu'mineen does the tafsir of Lady Zahra's sermon about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does Amir al-Mu'mineen say? He says, the foremost in religion is the acknowledgement of him, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the perfection of acknowledging him is to testify him, and the perfection of testifying him is to believe his oneness. The perfection of believing his oneness is to regard him pure. Amir al-Mu'mineen, if you read the whole first sermon of Nahj Balagha, you realize Amir al-Mu'mineen, he's taken the sermon of Lady Zahra and he's broken it down to try and explain it. Whatever Amir al-Mu'mineen understood from that lesson or from that khutbah, he tried to tell everyone else. But 1400 years later, we who still read these sermons, we don't understand what Amir al-Mu'mineen said. So how can we understand what Lady Zahra said? How do we understand what Lady Zahra says? In the same sermon of Khutbatul Fadaq, what does Lady Zahra say? She says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made prayer an exaltation from you from pride. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made prayer an exaltation for you from pride. Meaning what? Meaning that it's this prayer that keeps a person from becoming prideful. When we pray, Lady Zahra, she says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made prayer wajib for you just so you do not become prideful. But what does the Quran say? The Quran says about prayer, Inna salata tanha anil fahsha wal munkar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that surely prayer keeps away from indecency and evil. That's what the Quran says. But Lady Zahra, in her sermon, she goes to the root of indecency and the root of evil, which is pride. No matter how successful one is in this world, no matter how high of a status one has achieved, and no matter how powerful one becomes, but when this person, they get on their hands and knees and they put their forehead to the ground and they say, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdi. When they say, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdi, glory be to the exalted Lord and praise belongs to Him. Their body language now is testifying to the speech that is coming out of their mouth. And now that their body language is testifying to the speech that comes out of their mouth and they're on their hands and feet, what is there to be proud of now? While you're on your hands and feet and you say, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdi. While you're on your hands and feet and you extol someone else, what is there left for you to be proud of now? The knowledge of Lady Zahra. She goes on to say what? Zakat is a purification for the soul and a cause of growth in sustenance. Fasting is a confirmation of devotion. Fasting is a confirmation of devotion. People should ask themselves, why did Lady Zahra say fasting confirms that we're devoted? Why does fasting? Don't we pray more times in a year than we fast? We pray 365 days a year. We fast only 30 days. So shouldn't prayer be what tells people that we are devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Lady Zahra says, no, it's not prayer. It's fasting. Why is that? It's because fasting has no physical asar that you can see. What do I mean? There's no characteristics. If a person is fasting, if I'm fasting, you do not know whether I'm fasting or not. You don't know. But if I'm praying, you can tell that I'm praying. And because no one can tell whether or not you're devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through fasting, that's why Lady Zahra says that it's this fasting that proves that you're devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when it comes to prayer, it's possible that you're praying just to show off. Just to show off. But when it comes to fasting, how will people know that you're trying to show off? They don't know if you're fasting or not. But then you might ask, well, Sayyid Lady Zahra is talking about the fast in Ramadan. In Ramadan, we all know everyone's fasting. But that's not true. Even if it's Ramadan, there are people that don't need to fast. If you're a traveler, you do not need to fast. If you're too weak, you do not need to fast. If you have some sort of ailment that prevents you from fasting, you don't need to fast. So yes, in the month of Ramadan, all Muslims need to fast, but that doesn't necessarily mean that every Muslim is fasting. But when it comes to prayer, whether it be the month of Ramadan or outside the month of Ramadan, there's a way to figure out this person's praying. But it's not the same for fasting. She goes on to say what? She says, a pilgrimage is a structure of religion, justice, a harmony of the heart, and obeying us, the Ahlul Bayt, is management of the nation. Meaning that this world, to rule this kingdom, this world, is the job of the Ahlul Bayt. It's the job of the Ahlul Bayt to manage all of mankind. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Ahlul Bayt. Our leadership, our Ahlul Bayt's leadership safeguards from disunity. She goes on to say that struggling jihad is a strengthening of Islam and patience a helping course for deserving reward. In this khutbah that she gave in Masjid al-Nabawi, she tells us how much knowledge that she had. And it's Amir al-Mu'mineen's sermons that tell us how much he understood that khutbah. And when you look at history, you see that this khutbah, Fadak, the Ahlul Bayt, they memorized this the same way that they would memorize the Quran. And the first person to memorize this khutbah, do you know who it was? Lady Zainab sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala. At the age of 4 or 5 years old, she memorized this khutbah. And even when she came back from Karbala, she used to start her masa'ib from her Lady Zahra sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wherever she went, she would speak about this khutbah. She would recite this khutbah. Because the masa'ib of the Ahlul Bayt do not start from Imam Hussein alayhi salam. The masa'ib of the Ahlul Bayt, they start from the Holy Prophet himself. And it was Lady Zainab who would recite this khutbah. So tonight, let's just look at Fadak itself. Because this sermon is known as Khutbatul Fadak. We went over a little bit of what this sermon talks about. But what was Fadak? Fadak, a lot of people, they think that Fadak was just a little land that the Holy Prophet was given. No, Fadak was not a little piece of land. Fadak was either an oasis or a town. And the narrations, the history books, they say that this was given to the Holy Prophet after the Battle of Khaybar. The Battle of Khaybar, it took place maximum 4 years before the Holy Prophet was martyred. And this land, after the Battle of Khaybar, the Jews, they told the Holy Prophet, when the Holy Prophet sent a representative to invite them to Islam, the Jews, they declined. When they declined, the leader of the Jews, they sent a letter back saying that we'll give this land to the Holy Prophet. This land is his, but we will take care of it. And whatever money that comes from this land, we will give it to the Holy Prophet. So the Holy Prophet agreed. And the history books state that 40,000 dinars would come just from the land of Fadak. 40,000 dinars today might not seem a lot, but 40,000 dinars at that time was a lot, because at that time there were gold coins, there were coins. 40,000 dinar. Umar himself, when Lady Zahra was written that letter from Abu Bakr to have Fadak back, Umar reads the letter, he tears it up and he goes to Abu Bakr, he goes, why did you write that letter? Why did you write that letter? If from the money that comes from Fadak, the Banu Hashim use it against you, what are you going to do? We need that money to arm the soldiers. We need that money to run the government. So 40,000 dinars, brothers and sisters, at that time could run a whole government. Could give armor, give weapons to a whole army. So 40,000 dinars was not something minute. And this is why Sheikh Nasim Akram Shirazi, he writes himself, he says in his book that look, the reason that Fadak was taken from Lady Zahra was for this economical reason. Meaning what? Meaning that if you have an enemy, even today, what does one country do to another? If they want to completely destroy a nation, what do? They destroy their economy. They destroy their economy. If there's an economic embargo over a country, what happens to that country? It ends up being destroyed from within. This type of economic embargo, brothers and sisters, it happened when? In the time of the Holy Prophet himself. When the kuffar of Makkah put that economic embargo on the Holy Prophet, where did the Holy Prophet and Banu Hashim go? Shib Abu Talib. Shib Abu Talib. They were afraid that just the same way Lady Khadija's wealth had propagated La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, they were afraid that now if Fadak was still in the hands of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Lady Zahra, that the phrase Aliyun Waliullah would be propagated. That's what they were afraid of. And because of that, because they had already usurped the power of Amir al-Mu'mineen, what did they need to do? Now they needed to control or keep that power. And to keep that power meant keeping that land, keeping that money to themselves. Sallallahu alaihi Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. And when it came to Fadak, in Islam there are two types of spoils of war. One is ghanima. Ghanima is that spoil of war which you fight for and it gets left behind. Whatever gets left behind, that is known as ghanima. The second type is called fay. Fay is that property that the Muslims did not fight for. It was just left. For example, if there's a whole city, if people just migrate from that city and the Muslims did not have to fight to take over that city, that land is known as fay. But if the Muslims, they fight and then they take over land, then that is known as ghanima. Ghanima and fay. The Mufassirin of the Quran, they say that this Fadak, it was mal of fay. It was mal of fay. Meaning that there was no fighting that took place, there was no war that took place. And because there was no war that took place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He revealed to the Holy Prophet, وَآتِ ذُو الْقُرْبَ حَقَّهُ وَالْمَسَاكِينُ وَابْنَ السَّبِيلَ وَلَا تُبَرْزِرْ تَبْزِيرًا. That's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the Holy Prophet and give to the near of kin their right. As soon as this verse was revealed, the narrations, they said that the Holy Prophet gave Fadak to Lady Zahra. And when was this? 4 years before the Holy Prophet was martyred. 4 years. So at the very least, for 4 years, this property is in the hands of Lady Zahra. For 4 years. And today, what do Muslim scholars today say? That because the Holy Prophet, he used to own that land. That meant that whoever is in charge of the Islamic Ummah, they own the land. It wasn't mal of ghanima. It was fay that was specifically for the Holy Prophet. When it was specifically for the Holy Prophet, it was his property. And because it was only and only his property, he had people that would take over it after he passed away. And the Muslims today, they say what? They say the same thing that one said 1400 years ago, that the prophets do not leave anything behind. The prophets do not leave anything behind for inheritance. Whatever is left is sadaqah. This was the narration that he brought forth to Lady Zahra. And this is what Lady Zahra basically put to the side through the verses of the Quran. Isn't it odd? The one yesterday who said the Quran is enough for me, today does not accept the Quran? The people today that say the Quran is enough, then why wasn't the Quran enough when Lady Zahra brought the verses of the Quran? Because it didn't fit their need. It didn't fit what they already had planned from before the Holy Prophet was about to pass away. And what did Abu Bakr do? He took that land from Lady Zahra, and he tells her, when Lady Zahra comes to him, she first argues from 2 points of view. She first says, Abu Bakr, I am the waris of my father. I am the heir of my father. I want my right. And he says, Ya Zahra, I heard this narration. Then she says, that was gifted to me. Give me back my right. And that, when she said that, he asked for what? He asked for witnesses. When he asked for witnesses, Lady Zahra, she takes whom? She takes Amir al-Mu'mineen, and he was denied. Umayma, she was rejected. The verse that I started this lecture off with, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that whoever does not judge according to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rulings, then that person is a zalim. That person is a zalim. Meaning if you sit on the seat of justice and you do not do justice the way, or you do not do justice according to the laws of Islam, according to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you're a zalim. In Islam, if something is mine, I am known as Zul Yad. Meaning I'm the owner of that thing. If this libas is mine, I'm known as Zul Yad. Tomorrow, if I claim that this libas is mine, I don't need to bring proof. I don't need to bring witnesses to tell you that this libas is mine. The same way, when Lady Zahra already had the land of Fadak in her hands, she was known as Zul Yad. She didn't need to bring witnesses to testify that that land was hers. What has happened? Now the people that have come into power, they've completely changed what Islam has wanted. Instead of Lady Zahra asking them for witnesses, they're asking Lady Zahra for witnesses. Meaning what? Meaning you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. This is what Islam had come to. When was this? The Holy Prophet has just passed away. This wasn't 6 months after the Holy Prophet passed away. This wasn't 4 months, no. Days after the Holy Prophet passed away. These incidents happened. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Whoever does not judge according to the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that person is a zalim. And then the verse 47, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. Whoever does not judge according to the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person is known as a fasiq. And then verse 44, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. Whoever does not judge according to the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person is a kafir. That person is a kafir. So anyone that sat on the seat of Khilafat and did not judge according to the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person is kafir. It's not me that's saying it. It's not we as Shias that are saying it. No, it's the Quran that's saying that that person is a kafir. When the Quran itself says that that person is a kafir, when the Quran itself says that that person is zalim, when the Quran itself says that that person is a fasiq, then what is the problem if I say the same thing? Why is there a problem if I say the same thing? I'm just saying the same thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. It doesn't matter who sits on that seat. If they do not judge according to the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those people are kafir, fajr and fasiq. All of those khulafa that came, that took away the rights of the Ahlul Bayt, from the first one, all of those khulafa, according to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of those khulafa are kafir. Secondly, why did Lady Zahra have to even bring witnesses? Why did she have to bring witnesses? When she says that this land is mine, shouldn't that be enough? If she says something belongs to me, what would happen if I doubt her truthfulness? What would happen to me if I doubt her truthfulness? I end up becoming kafir myself. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself has said, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already cleaned the Ahlul Bayt from all types of rijs. All types of rijs has been kept away from the Ahlul Bayt. Rijs is not the same as najasa. Najasa is just physical impurity. Rijs is physical impurity, impurity of the mind and impurity of the soul. Rijs. Lying, is that not considered an impurity of the soul? So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Lady Zahra has been kept away from impurity of the soul, this ridge of lying is kept away from Lady Zahra, do you think that tomorrow she'll come and claim something that's not right? No. And this is the same thing Amir al-Mu'mineen does. Amir al-Mu'mineen, he comes to the first Khalifa, he says, Ya ibn Abu Quhafa, tell me, if someone comes and brings a complaint against you about Lady Zahra, what would you do? What would you do? And he says, Ya Abul Hasan, I'll do what I need to do. If that person has proof, if they have witnesses, then I'll carry out the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on Lady Zahra. And Amir al-Mu'mineen, he says, if you do that, then you become kafir. You become kafir. And he goes, why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already guaranteed that Lady Zahra would never lie. Now you've rejected Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's truthfulness and you've accepted the truthfulness of this person who's bringing accusation against Lady Zahra. And as soon as you accept this person's accusation as true and you reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's truthfulness, then you end up becoming a kafir. You end up becoming a kafir. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says that these people are kafir. Amir al-Mu'mineen ends up saying that these people are kafir. Quran as-Samit says the same thing as Quran an-Natiq. And yet we have a problem if we say these people were not real Muslims. They start putting doubts in people's mind by saying, how is it possible? How is it possible that these Muslims, how is it possible that Muslims could do this to the daughter of the Holy Prophet? These Muslims, they prayed so much. These Muslims, they fasted so much. What does that have to do with Aqeedah? The people that came out to fight Amir al-Mu'mineen, were they also not Muslims? Were they also not Muslims? The people that came out to fight Amir al-Mu'mineen in Jang Jamal, in the Battle of Jamal, were they not also Muslims? According to them, yes, they were Muslims. In Siffin, were they not Muslim? Nahrawan, were they not Muslim? You look at the battle of Nahrawan. What did the narration say about the people that Amir al-Mu'minin fought in the battle of Nahrawan? They used to pray so much that they used to have the spot on their forehead. The spot of sajda on their forehead. Those are the people that Amir al-Mu'minin was fighting. Praying does not prove that you love the Ahlul Bayt. Praying the way these people did but not having love of the Ahlul Bayt is not proof at all. We say the same thing, that the ones that were true Muslims, they weren't the ones that came to the doorsteps of Lady Zahra, but the ones whom Surah Al-Munafiqun was revealed for, that came for a hypocrite. A hypocrite, it's hard to tell whether this person is a hypocrite or not. With Abu Sufyan, it was easy to know that this person was the enemy. But with Muawiyah, it was harder. Why? Because he wore the disguise of a Muslim. Abu Sufyan, he didn't wear that disguise. He directly came out battling against the Holy Prophet. Muawiyah, what did he do? Within Islam itself. And even today, we have the same problem. Muslims worse than kuffar while wearing the libas of a Muslim. Reading kalima la ilaha illallah and doing things that are non-Islamic. And when you look at the Islam that's producing the majority of these types of people, you realize one thing, that the commonality between them is that they come from that school of thought that accepted those people that did the same exact thing. That did the same exact thing. Lady Zahra, what did she say in the khutbah? When Abu Bakr, he says, Ya Zahra, I've heard this, that the Holy Prophet had said, that we prophets do not leave anything. As inheritance, whatever we leave is sadaqah for the people. And Lady Zahra, she replies to him, she says, Ya Ibn Abu Quhafa, surely what you have come up with is an unprecedented thing. Do you intentionally abandon the book of Allah and cast it behind your back? Do you not read where it says, and Sulaiman inherited Dawood? Hazrat Sulaiman was the son of Hazrat Dawood. Hazrat Sulaiman. But when it comes to the tafsir, what do the ulama nowadays do? They say over here this inheritance is prophethood. Over here this inheritance is knowledge. Did Hazrat Sulaiman have knowledge at the same time as Hazrat Dawood? Yes, he had the knowledge. He was tested, he was given that knowledge. Was Hazrat Sulaiman a prophet at the same time as Hazrat Dawood? Yes, he was a prophet. Inheritance, is that something given after someone passes away, or is it something given during their lifetime? Inheritance is only given after someone passes away. It's not given during their lifetime. If I own a house and I have kids, my kids cannot inherit that house while I'm alive. By definition, that inheritance only goes to them after they pass away. So what was it that Hazrat Sulaiman inherited from Hazrat Dawood? What was it? When you look at some of the tafsirs of the books, the horses that Hazrat Sulaiman was so engrossed in looking at when he missed one of his prayers, the tafsirs, they say that it was these horses, it was over 1,000 horses that Hazrat Sulaiman has inherited. So what does that mean? That means that the prophets do leave inheritance. And this inheritance is something physical for the heir apparent to take from them. Just the same way that Hazrat Sulaiman left the horses. Hazrat Dawood also had a kingdom. This kingdom, is it something physical? Is it something materialistic? Or is it something that's immaterialistic? This kingdom is out here. So this kingdom is what Hazrat Sulaiman inherited from Hazrat Dawood. And you come and say that the prophets do not leave any inheritance? Lady Zahra, she goes on to say that do you not read the Quran where it says, and Sulaiman inherited Dawood? And when it narrates the story of Hazrat Zakaria, it says, so give me an heir as from yourself, one that will inherit me and inherit the progeny of Yaqub. Hazrat Zakaria is saying this. Hazrat Zakaria comes from the progeny of Hazrat Yaqub. So what is this inheritance that Hazrat Zakaria is talking about? If it's not something physical, then what is it? Prophethood is given during the time of the prophets. So prophethood cannot be inheritance. Knowledge is given during the time of the prophets. So knowledge is not something that is inherited. And Lady Zahra, she goes on to say, you claim that I have no share of what the Holy Prophet left behind, and that I do not inherit my father. She goes on to say, what? Did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveal a Quranic verse regarding you from which He excluded my father? No answer. Or is it that you have more knowledge about the Quran than my father and my cousin? No answer. And she goes on to say, you can keep it. Out of anger, she says, you can keep it. On the day of judgment, it will come and testify against you. And at the time of the hour shall the wrongdoers lose, and it shall not benefit you one bit. For every message there is a time limit, and soon you shall know who will be inflicted with torture that will humiliate him, and who will be confronted by an everlasting punishment. These are the words of Lady Zahra in the sermon. That the person who usurped the rights of Lady Zahra will be tormented with an everlasting punishment. Meaning what? Meaning that this person will be in hell. Everlasting punishment is only in hell. When you look at the Quran, you read the Quran, you look at the narrations, the sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forget is kufr. The sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forgive, kufr and shirk. Those are the sins that require everlasting punishment. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forgive it, you'll be in hell forever, being punished. Lady Zahra is equating that punishment of kufr with what this person has done with the land of hers. Meaning just as those kuffar will be in everlasting punishment, these people will also be in everlasting punishment. And you come today and you talk to a majority of Muslims and they say, we shouldn't talk about that. No, why shouldn't we speak about it? The calamities that befell the Ahlul Bayt, we should speak about. What happens today? The Sahaba, they're at this pedestal. The Ahlul Bayt, they're below them. Lady Zahra is below the first Khalifa. The first Khalifa will never or can never lie, but Lady Zahra can. The first Khalifa cannot even think about making a claim that's wrong, but Lady Zahra can. Lady Zahra can. Imam Hussein can. Amir al-Mu'mineen can make a claim that's wrong. When all of us agree that Ayatul Tathir was revealed for these 5 personalities, and when it comes out of the mouth of Aisha herself, to go ask Salama who this verse relates to, and she herself says that this verse relates to these 5 personalities. And then you come and claim that Lady Zahra made a wrongful claim? What has Islam done? What have the Muslims done to those personalities? Not just brought Islam, but protected Islam itself. You look at Lady Zahra's life, 2 events in her life. One event was when her mother passed away. The second event was what happened to her. But throughout that whole event that happened to her, do you know what she complains about to Amir al-Mu'mineen? Does she complain that the door fell over her? No. Does she complain that, Ya Ali, they took my right? No, she doesn't. Until she was alive, she says, Ya Ali, what did they do to your right? Ya Ali, what have they done to you? What have they done to you? What had they done to Amir al-Mu'mineen? She goes, Ya Ali, they don't even say salam to you anymore? And Amir al-Mu'mineen, he goes, Ya Zahra, it's gone further than that. What do you mean? When I say salam to them, they don't even give me the reply. They don't even give me the reply. Ya Ali, it's come to this point. When Amir al-Mu'mineen, when he was speaking with Lady Zahra, right when she makes her wasiyat, what does Amir al-Mu'mineen say to her? He says to her, Ya Zahra, tell me what your wasiyat is. And Amir al-Mu'mineen, he says, I will fulfill everything that you want me to do. So Lady Zahra, she says, Ya Ali, the first thing that I want you to fulfill is that after I pass away, I want you to remarry. You look at the way that Lady Zahra lived her life with Amir al-Mu'mineen. When people came, the Medinan people came and complained to Amir al-Mu'mineen, he goes to Lady Zahra and he says, Ya bint Rasul, the people have a complaint against you. Ya Ali, what's the complaint? What's the complaint? Ya Zahra, they told me, Ya Ali, we can't sleep at night. Please tell Lady Zahra to either cry at night or cry in the daytime. Please tell her to cry at one time. So Lady Zahra, she says, Ya Ali, tell them that they won't have to worry about it anymore. But can you do me one favor? Can you go build a small building where the Holy Prophet's grave is so I can go into that building and cry? And Amir al-Mu'mineen, he builds that building for her, and that's where she would cry. And one day when she was coming back, 6 months now, Amir al-Mu'mineen, he sees that Lady Zahra, she's smiling. And that's when Amir al-Mu'mineen asks her, Ya Zahra, I haven't seen you smile since your father had passed away. Why are you smiling? And Lady Zahra, she says, Ya Ali, I'll tell you, but first, can you tell Hassan and Hussein to go to the ziyarat of their grandfather? And Amir al-Mu'mineen, he sends the kids out. And when he sends the kids out, Lady Zahra, she says, Ya Ali, the smile that you see on my face is that it's time for me to meet my father. The time is near for me to meet my father. And he says, what do you mean, Ya Zahra? And she says, Ya Ali, I was over there crying on the grave of my father, when in my dream, I see my father has come and he says, Ya Zahra, pretty soon you will come and meet me. And this happiness that you see is because I saw my father. Ya Ali, my will, I want you to execute my will for me. Amir al-Mu'mineen, 2 wills that he executed. One was the Holy Prophet's and the other was Lady Zahra's. And he asked, Ya Zahra, what is it that you want me to do? And Lady Zahra, she says, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, the first thing I want you to do is that my kids, they're all small, I want you to remarry after I pass away. The second thing I want you to do is that I want you to bury me at nighttime and make sure that none of these people that harmed me ever come to my grave. Ya Ali, the third thing I want you to do is that please, never forget me. Some nights, some days, come to my grave and send me your salams. And Lady Zahra, when she says this, Amir al-Mu'mineen, he replies, Ya bint Rasul, I'll do everything you ask for. I'll come and say salam to you, but with one condition. And the condition is that you will reply to that salam so that my ears can hear. Why did Amir al-Mu'mineen say this to Lady Zahra? Because there was no one else left in Medina who would reply to the salam of Amir al-Mu'mineen. So Amir al-Mu'mineen would go to the grave of Lady Zahra just so he could hear a salam. Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulallah. Sallallahu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Sallallahu alayki ya Siddiqatu Fatima. Sallallahu alayka ya Hasan al-Mujtaba. Sallallahu alayka ya Gharib al-Ghuraba. Ya Aba Abdullah al-Husayn. Ya Husayn. اے ارباب اعضا، یہی شہزادی ہے جو بابا کے قبر پر رو کے فرماتی ہے صبت علی المصائب لو انہا صبت الایام یسرن اللیالیا. میرے اوپر ایسے مصائب گزرے، اگر دلوں پر گزر جاتے تو راتوں میں تبدیل ہوتے. فاطمہ کون ہے؟ فاطمہ وہ جس کی ہاتھوں کو چوم کر رسول خدا کہتے اے میری نور نظر، میرے ماں باپ آپ پر نثار ہو. فاطمہ کون ہے؟ رسول خدا گزرنے سے چند دن پہلے شہزادی کے گھر کی طرف دیکھ کے روتے اور پوچھتا جاتا ہے یا رسول اللہ فاطمہ کے گھر دیکھ کے کیوں رو رہے ہیں؟ رسول اللہ فرماتے شخص میری قبر ابھی تر ہے، میری فاطمہ در و دیوار کے بیچ میں گر چکی اور آواز دے رہی ہے بابا جان جس دروازے پہ آپ آ کے سلام کرتے تھے بابا جان وہی دروازہ گرایا گیا اور اس کے بعد میری نور نظر بے ہوش ہو گئی ہے. روایتوں میں لکھا گیا کہ 300 کے قریب افراد بی بی کے دروازے پہ آتے ہیں. عزاداروں جب ظالم شہزادی کے دروازے پہ آیا تو کہا دروازہ کھول. اے لوگ آپ کیوں آئے ہو؟ ہم علی کو لینے کے لیے آئے ہیں، دروازہ کھول ورنہ اس گھر کو جلا دیں گے. شہزادی جواب دیتی ہے یہ میرا گھر ہے، میں بنت رسول ہوں، تب بھی ہم جلائیں گے. کہا تم میرے سمیت جلاؤ گے؟ ظالم کہتا ہے ہاں جلائیں گے. یہاں زہرا نے جواب دینا شروع کیا، وہاں سے ظالم نے دروازے کو لات ماری اور فاطمہ در و دیوار کے بیچ میں یا بتی کہہ کے بے ہوش ہوئی. بعض روایتوں میں فضا ہے، بعض روایتوں میں آسمہ بنت عمیس ہے اور پکارتی ہے یا بنت رسول آواز دے دو، آواز نہیں آتی ہے. پھر کہتی ہے ابو الحسن کی زوجہ آواز دے دو، آواز نہیں آئی. ایک دم سے آسمہ بال کھینچ کے آواز دیتی ہے ام الحسین آواز دے دو. فوراً شہزادی آنکھ کھولتی اور فرماتی ہے این الحسین، میرا حسین کہاں ہے؟ آسمہ نے شہزادی کو اپنے زانوں پر بلند کیا اور شہزادی نے پوچھا اے آسمہ علی کہاں ہے؟ شہزادی علی کو لے چلے ہیں، علی کو گھسیٹتے ہوئے لے جا رہے ہیں. شہزادی اسی حالت میں کامتے ہوئے نکلتی اور آواز دیتی ہے اترک علی، علی کو چھوڑ دو ورنہ میں بددعا کروں گی. انا للہ و انا الیہ راجعون. ماتم حسین.
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, یا حسین 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 پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے کیا حال یہ امت نے کیا حال یہ امت نے زہرا کا بنایا ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے خاتون کوئی غم سے یوں چور نہیں دیکھی ایسی کوئی دنیا میں مستور نہیں دیکھی 18 برس میں ہی لگتی جو ضعیفہ ہے پہلو شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت کیا حال یہ امت نے کیا حال یہ امت نے زغرا کا بنایا ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت دربار میں ظالم نے کی ایسی پذیرائی دربار میں ظالم نے کی ایسی پذیرائی کس طرح سے تو بی بی پھر لوٹ کے گھر آئی بالوں کی سفیدی نے سب غال سنایا ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے ارے دو ایسے جنازے ہیں تاریکی میں جو اٹھے دو ایسے جنازے ہیں تاریخ بس گھر کے ہی لوگوں نے دونوں کو دیے کاندھے ایک فاطمہ زہرا ہے ایک بالی سکینہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے کیا حال یہ امت نے کیا حال یہ امت نے زغرا کا بنایا ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت بھی شکستہ ہے پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے تربت شکستہ ہے مسمار تیرا روزہ امت نے کیا جب سے مسمار تیرا روزہ امت نے کیا جب سے رے بابا تیرا رہتا ہے تربت پہ تیری تب سے کب گنبد خضرا میں بابا تیرا رہتا ہے، پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے، تربت بھی شکستہ ہے، پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے، تربت بھی مہدی سے کوئی پوچھے کیا اس پہ گزرتی ہے، مہدی سے کوئی پوچھے کیا اس پہ گزرتی ہے، رے آواز بقیہ سے جب رونے کی آتی ہے، آنکھوں سے لہو رو کر وہ بھی یہی کہتا ہے، پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے، تربت بھی شکستہ ہے، پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے، تربت بھی شکستہ ہے، کیا حال یہ امت نے، کیا حال یہ امت نے زہرا کا بنایا ہے، پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے، تربت بھی شکستہ ہے، پہلو بھی شکستہ ہے، تربت بھی شکستہ ہے، یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین،
تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، 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 تیرے فرمان کو لوگوں نے بلایا بابا، تیرے فرمان کو لوگوں نے بلایا بابا، تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، ہے تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، بعد تیرے نہ دیا چین سے رہنے مجھ کو، بعد تیرے نہ دیا چین سے رہنے مجھ کو، نہ دیا حق در بھی مجھ پہ گرایا بابا، نہ دیا حق در بھی مجھ پہ گرایا بابا، تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، قید داماد پیمبر کو کیا لوگوں نے، قید داماد پیمبر کو کیا لوگوں نے، میرے بچوں کو میرے گھر میں رلایا بابا، میرے بچوں کو میرے گھر میں رلایا بابا، تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، ہے تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، آگ لے آئے میرے در پہ صحابہ تیرے، آگ لے آئے میرے در پہ صحابہ تیرے، میرے محسن پہ کوئی رحم نہ کھایا بابا، میرے محسن پہ کوئی رحم نہ کھایا بابا، ہے تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، تیری زہرا کو زمانے نے ستایا بابا، یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین
یا حسین،
یا حسین،
اللہم صلی علی
محمد
محمد، متوجہ بات ہے